for a very impromptu video. I will admit, you guys, y'all know I be last minute with stuff. I was out of town this weekend, so I was not really able to, go in and really discuss raising Canaan like I wanted to. We just left Moochie's live, which was excellent. Y'all go check out the replay of that. And I was like, you know what? I got my makeup on. I'm in a good mood. Why not go ahead and just go live to discuss Raising Canaan season finale? Like, duh. So these lovely ladies agreed to join me last minute on my channel. I am so thankful for them. Ladies, say hello, say your name. Hello. Who is here and present with me? Who wants to go first? Just say
Hello. This is Candy Love.
Candy Love in the building. Who's next?
Okay.
Hello, it's your girl Inga.
Inga Boo in the building.
Okay, and this is Moochie from Moochilla's Review.
Ooh,
I got to give Momo her little props. She got a social life, but she's still trying to do the damn thing. Come on, girl.
And last but not least,
What's up, y'all? It's your girl EJ in the building.
and again, ladies, y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all hopping on. There is no pressure. This evening is going to be very casual, laid back. You don't have to stay long. I'm just glad you're here. Again, audience, we are not doing scene by scene. I just don't have time for it. We've already seen it. We've already discussed it. No need for scene by scene. This evening, we are just going to have a carefree night conversation, free flowing conversation where we are going to just discuss the highlighted moments of the finale, the things that stuck out to us the most, the things that made our jaw dropped. And we can also sprinkle in, predictions and thoughts for next season. Again, this is going to be a very laid back video. I don't have any pictures. I'm sorry. I don't have no cute audio. Y'all know me. I'm very simple. And we're going to have fun. Oh,
we can share my pictures. We got pictures.
Oh, not only, baby, sorry, y'all. Not only are we discussing the finale, this is also a celebration for the demise of the worst villain in power history. R.I.P. Ronnie Michael Myers. Woo! The witch is dead. Witch, oh witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Yes, catch that. If you know, you know. So, y'all, we're gonna have fun tonight. I want everybody to have a good time. I welcome everybody, even Ronnie fans. Y'all can come in the chat and say your RIPs to the brother. Do what y'all gotta do. I welcome everybody on my platform. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and come on back. Y'all can tell I am on one this evening. Okay, y'all. So again, no structure tonight. We're just having free flowing conversation. Okay, let's start here. I want to know everyone's overall thoughts and opinions of the finale. Were you satisfied? How did you feel? Was there something that was missing? Was there something that you wanted to see that didn't happen? Let's start with my big sis, Moochie. Overall thoughts of the finale.
Oh, my overall thoughts, excuse me, I had a piece of apple in my mouth. Mm-hmm. My overall thoughts, I like the episode. I like the whole season. This was a great season to me. Minus the factor that they did kind of do the Michael Myers thing with Ronnie, but then it seemed like they backed off towards the end. So I liked it. What I liked most about it was Rock handling her business. What I liked least about it was I wish they could have came through. I wish we would have had Omar Epps' character around a little longer. But I know if we would have had him around, that means Marvin would have had to go to jail. So the lesser of the two evils, he had to go.
Sorry, y'all. Just a disclaimer.
What had happened?
As a fan, because I'm really hot right now. I got this ring light.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't look like no fan for a minute. That brown thing.
It looks something else.
I ain't want to say nothing. That's why I stayed on mute. I ain't want to say nothing.
It looks like something else, but it's a portable fan, okay, from Amazon. Oh,
Bless you.
oh, bless, honey. Okay. Okay, thank you, Moochie, for sharing your thoughts, honey.
My fan don't look like that.
In all fairness, I had the first one I bought was hot pink. And then I was like, you know what? I'm like a nude, neutral tone girly. So I got the brown one. But I'm about to just get the pink one because this gets mistaken more times than not.
As a Johnson, right? It looks like a Johnson, right?
Yep. So
anyway, like the big
Okay, thank you, Moochie, for sharing your opinion. Miss Ingaboo, you next. Overall thoughts of the finale, anything you would take out or put in. Give me your feedback.
I thought it was a great finale. I thought actually the whole season was great for me. I like the whole. I don't really have any major complaints because almost everybody who I wanted taken out was taken out. I don't really have a major complaint. I think yeah, I like the whole season. I think this was a very good season for me, and I definitely enjoyed this the season finale. I've watched it maybe 3 times now so far. Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Miss EJ, go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah, this was a dope season. I really enjoyed this season. If I mean, I'm pretty sure most of y'all have watched all of us at some point, but there was a time when Raising Kanan was not my first choice. I was always an OG Power fan, and so that led me into Power Book 2. But to be honest, Raising Kanan has raised the bar this season, and it has me wanting to go back and rewatch and just really engage and really, really get into Raising Kanan. I hated the character Kanan, so I never got into it fully. But this season definitely changed my mind.
Okay,
so I loved it.
I feel you. I feel you. Last but not least, Miss Candy Love.
Hey.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the season totally. I've always been a fan of this because it was more true to life. Because we get to see it grow organically, from the ground up, not built off of something else per se, quote air quotes. I love everything about the show. I love the cinematography, like the way they, direct the director, the way they directed, the way they wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some things is open ended, which is fine. Hopefully they'll answer those questions next season. I love the attire, the throwback, from the way Juke dresses, the way Kanan dresses, all of the young people, and then more so the adults. Rock is always fly, Marvin unique. The only one that didn't get a good attire, have a great attire was Ronnie. He was the only one left in the dark.
Yeah. That same raggedy ass jacket all season. Did he even wash it? I don't know, baby.
That's everybody had that question. Like, did he wash his jacket?
No, I was too busy eating Honey Nut Cheerios
he wore
and saying F Rock.
So my thoughts.
Down, yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good? Are you done, sweetie?
Talking to Suburbia, he bothered me about my Christmas tree.
Girl, you better have it down by now.
I took it down this weekend, okay?
I'm proud of you. There we go. So my thoughts, overall, I definitely enjoyed the season. I've been saying it since day one. Raising Kanan has since day one been my favorite Power spinoff for multiple reasons. The nostalgia from the 90s. I'm a 90s baby, and I'm like a 90s kid who like wishes they were like a teenager in the 90s because I've embraced the culture so much just from my upbringing in New York. My big sister was a big influence on me. I have so many memories of the 90s in our culture that I gravitated towards this spinoff. Then when you take into consideration the acting, it just felt so authentic and just it felt so real. And it didn't need, all the extra like theatrics like as some of the other spinoffs do. You know what I'm saying? And it was something where it still grabbed my attention. So since day one, Raising Kanan has been my favorite spinoff. I enjoyed the season. I would give this season, let's do that, y'all. In the chat, panel and audience, rate this season. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give season 3 of Raising Kanan an 8. I would love to see what y'all think. I think there was a moment where I was like, okay, in this season, and I cannot remember what episode it was, but there was a moment where I was like, okay, y'all, we got to speed it up a little bit because I felt like this season came in really hot and heavy, and then at some point it kind of staggered, but it was still entertaining. I just felt like, okay, we got to pick it up, but that's okay. I still enjoyed it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So okay, we got some. Okay, I gave it an 8. Let's see, we have a 7.5 from Miss Kira. We got a 9. Okay, Miss Inga said 10, 10s, 10s, 10s. 8.5 and 8. Ooh, 8.5. Baby, you gonna have to explain that in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. I need to know. Miss EJ gave it she said a 9.5, baby. Oh, all right. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Hey, Greta. Hey, sweetie. Love gave it a 9. Moochie gave it a 9.5. Okay, so we're kind of all, in the same range, which is good, good, good. Okay, what's going on? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Chats, personal chats, different things are happening up in here. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. I think we all can agree. Hold on, y'all, I'm getting hot. Let me get my fan out. I think we all can agree. I think we all can agree that this season finale kept us all at the edge of our seats. I think we've all kind of said that.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
No, there was a lot happening. It was a nice, steady buildup of the episode. I mean,
I want Monique. I just want to say, did you see Rosanda? She answered.
Oh, she responded. Okay,
yeah.
let's see.
Mm-hmm.
It was too slow for her.
It was too slow for me. It's not good in the end, but still too many unanswered questions for me. Okay, I mean, listen.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, I respect everyone's opinion. I'm gonna give a little grace because if we are comparing to the other spinoffs, we have to be fair. Raising Kanan is the slower one, is the more steady pace one. I'm not saying that makes it bad. It just makes it different. We're used to the chitty chitty bang bang pow 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 pow. Theatrics. We're used to that, and some people gravitate towards that. I personally gravitate towards better acting, better storyline. That's just me. But yes, if we're being fair, Raising Kanan has historically been a little bit of the slower buildup, in my opinion. If I'm giving grace to what she said, but go ahead, Moochie. What's your rebuttal, baby?
I was gonna say it's going to be slower for the simple fact is the technology is not what it is today. Meaning You don't have cell phones a lot of times, and now they're just starting to get into cell phones and things of that nature. I know also, as far as it being a slow build up, maybe because they leaked so many pictures and stuff like that with us doing reviews. They leaked stuff from the last episode to when in the season trailer. So it's like you got bits and pieces of the story. So it probably did take longer for it to be told, because we were anticipating certain things happening sooner than later. And also, I wanted to say, if I don't it was a slow build up with Ronnie, because it was a slow build up with where, how can I say it, where he looked like, he seemed like he was, I thought he was going to be smarter than what he was. All he was a bully. So yeah, so the Ronnie thing, I think that took long to manifest a little bit, like a slow burn. So yeah,
I definitely agree, Moochie. And of course, we're here to review the show, but y'all know the real reason why I'm here is a celebration, because Ronnie is gone. Now, Moochie kind of made comments that are going to go along with what I feel. If y'all know me, I have said it on my platform. I've said it on basically everyone's platform. Y'all know I never really liked Ronnie. Moochie said it perfectly. It was kind of like a slow, just Ronnie was underwhelming. Moochie said it. We thought he was going to be a little smarter than what he was. I think at the end of last season, when word got out that Unique's brother was going to be introduced to the show, I think all of us were really excited. We thought, oh yes, this is going to be a really dope storyline. Like, let's see how the dynamics are. Da, 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 da. And I've said before, my issue with Ronnie's character is not only that he's a bully, because I just don't like bullies, even on TV shows. One of my main issues with Ronnie was that he was a one-dimensional character. And I don't like that. I don't think any of us like that. One thing that I think makes a good character is someone who is multi-layered, right? We can like them and hate them, right? So I felt like from a writing standpoint, they dropped the ball a little bit with Ronnie. I just felt like he was a one-trick pony. He wasn't entertaining. He didn't have certain qualities to me that makes a good villain. And a lot of us are OG Power fans. Over the last how many years of Power, we have seen quite a few villains. And I just felt like collectively, out of all of them, Ronnie was the most disappointing. I think his character was very underwhelming. He didn't bring much substance to the show. Y'all have heard me say it, but I would like to hear some of the ladies on the panel discuss their thoughts, likes and dislikes of Ronnie. Again, I welcome all opinions. If you like Ronnie, tell me why. I would love to hear it. I'm going to start backwards. So, Miss Candy Love, you go first, honey. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh.
So, in my opinion, and I was putting it in the chat, I didn't realize you was going to ask us.
Yes.
I think Ronnie was good for the show, just overall good for the show, because he had everybody in a tizzy. He had everybody making all these theories. Who is he? Who is he? What is he? All these conversations about this one particular person that nobody likes other than DeMarcus. So, I mean, I didn't care for him, but I like what he was able to have the people doing. Like, he had everybody upset. Nobody, y'all having a party. That, to me, he was good for the show. Whether he was a good villain or bad villain, that's just my opinion. I think he did his job. However, I did later learn that his character kind of dwindled down once they was going to bring back Unique. So I guess that's why he changed. He pivoted. He didn't really become who he was really supposed to become, from what I read and what I heard. you know, that's why
Okay.
his character arc kind of changed because they was bringing Unique back.
Hmm.
So I don't know. That's just
And
my opinion.
okay, yes, I welcome all opinions, even if they're different than mine. EJ Boo, it's your turn. Your thoughts on Ronnie's character, likes, dislikes.
Um, I mean, honestly, the character Ronnie, although he was an interesting character, I do feel like he was a one-dimensional character. I personally didn't care for his character. I didn't think it brought enough to the story. I think I agree with most people when they say he's probably the worst villain that we've seen in Power history, and that's only because usually we're looking for this big bad, and I feel like we've had so many more big bads than what Ronnie brought. He was supposed to be smart, and initially you thought he was going to be smart and that he was going to be formidable for Rock, and that
Yep.
that he was going to give her this opposition. But in
Right.
theory, he didn't really give her a lot of opposition. To be honest, it felt like the only thing that he was there for was muscle. And let's just be real, like muscle you can get elsewhere. And if you're going to be an opposition, I need you to be smart. I need you to be calculating. I need you to be thinking 2 steps ahead. And I feel like we didn't get any of that from this character Ronnie. But I do agree with somebody in the chat. We did only have 10 episodes, and I do just want to go back real quick about the development of characters. I feel like Raising Kanan does a really good job at allowing characters to develop, but I just don't think Ronnie was a character that needed to be developed. I think he had one job and one job only, and I think he did that. And let's move on. That's my thoughts.
Okay. All right. Um, Inga, what are your thoughts?
Oh well, I'm with you. I'm with you. I despise Ron. I don't like him. I didn't like him from the first when we first saw him eating the Cheerios, the Honey Nut Cheerios. I knew he was gonna be a problem. I just knew
Right.
he was gonna be a problem. He just didn't even come off as likable. It's a lot of shows where we love the villains, but he was not lovable. There was nothing about him to like.
Exactly.
And then it turns out that they built him up that like he was gonna be this big,
Mhm.
this something. I don't know what kind of character, but he was weak. He really only bullied Famous and and people that other people we ain't care nothing about. So I don't see I don't think he was the smart one in the I think it was Unique, the one who was the smart one running the business and everything before Ronnie even probably we didn't see this. I'm just speculating before Ronnie went away. I think it was Unique who was probably running things. Ronnie was just probably muscle because he's not that bright.
At all.
So yeah, no, I'm happy that it ended. I just wish he had went into the furnace, but other than that, I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad we don't have to see him. Yeah.
Last but not least, Moochie, what are your thoughts on Mr. Ronnie?
I went first, Monique.
You did? No,
Yeah.
I went backwards.
No, I went first talking about Ronnie. Remember what I
Oh
said?
shit.
Yeah. And then you talked about it, and
Woo!
then everybody else talked. What we
Oh,
doing next?
my bad. My bad. My bad. It's a lot when you are running things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just highlighting everyone's comment. In his defense, he didn't have enough time. We changed our opinion on Tariq because Tariq had multiple seasons to change. Ronnie had 10 episodes. You definitely, you make a point. You make a point. However, I still feel like with past villains on Power, I felt like they left a stronger impact, even in 10 episodes that Ronnie just didn't. So if I could put it in one word, I will say that I was underwhelmed by Ronnie. underwhelmed because who said it? Was it Inga? One of y'all said,
Agree.
we like a good villain. We do. We like a good villain. Even if we don't like them, we like a villain because it adds, to the storyline and makes the show better. But all good.
Yeah, I want to say that, add on to that. Yeah, we do love a villain because if you think of every show, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Sopranos,
Hell,
so
even
many that can others
even
I
The
can think of.
Walking.
We love the guy. We root for the villain. We want the bad guy to win. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, but not in this case. He didn't even come off as likable in any kind of way. He
Yeah.
wasn't smooth. He didn't have no finesse about him. There was nothing about Ronnie. I'm Monique. I want to ask you a quick question before you do move on.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is your opinion on the difference between Ronnie and Lamar from BMF? They both were nasty
Ooh,
villains.
that's a good question. Because I saw that somewhere. I saw someone say that. Hands down, Lamar was the better villain in comparison to Ronnie. And this is a great example because I didn't like Lamar. I didn't like him at all. I didn't like him. I did not like him at all. 0%. Didn't like him. But he was a good villain. But he was good for the show.
He was more entertaining. Lamar was like more entertaining than Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
we to this day we still quote some of the stuff he said from BMF. He had funny parts. He made us angry.
Yes.
I got no emotion from, and I don't mean to cut anybody off if I did. I'm sorry. I didn't get any emotion from. I didn't feel anything from Ronnie. It's just like, why are you here?
It was just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Why
just like
you?
he didn't even do that much talking.
I want some work. That was his favorite line. I want some work.
Yeah,
shoulda gave the man some
other
work.
people saying in the chat too that he had more. Lamar had more charisma.
Absolutely.
He was more
And I
entertaining,
couldn't
And he could sing.
but
and he could sing, cut the water off, and all that. Yeah. But after a while, we all got sick of him too. After a while,
Yeah, after a while he turned
by the
into like a horror
second season-
horror
yeah.
a
By the
person
second
from a horror
season, we were
movie.
done with him. Yeah, he was good for the first season. Second season, we was done with him. But
exactly. Exactly. Good point. I'm actually glad you brought that up, Inga, because that further proves my point. Yeah. So let's move on. Y'all forgive me. This is straight off the dome, honey, off the dome. Did I say this on Moochie's? I think I said it on Moochie's live the night of the finale when we watched it and we talked about it like 1 a.m. in the morning. But can we all agree that Famous's mom is probably one of the dumbest mamas in Power Universe? Now, I'm not saying the dumbest, but she up there. She top.
She top tier.
Tier.
As Brillo would say.
And I love this joke because like we all like low-key said it. Like, what? Black or Hispanic mom is going to run to the popo and deliver them the hammer on a silver platter and be like, hi, here, my son. That's his strap. Take it. I just felt like in that moment, the writers didn't really give it much thought.
I hate to say it, but it's almost something that a white woman would do versus a Spanish, Latino, or a black mother would do. Because we would approach our child first,
100%.
Put our foot in their behind, and we be getting it, with our child, and versus the first thing you do is talk to him. She's sitting there cooking on the stove when he was on the phone talking, so she still had never said anything to him.
She put him out for less the first time.
I mean, maybe she just wasn't really thinking. Maybe said maybe y'all right. She just was that dumb and she just wasn't thinking.
Yeah. So since we're talking about famous, I want to know, and I don't know if y'all have given it much thought, but I'm just gonna say it. What I want to know what y'all think about Famous's character and the route that he's on, and what do y'all see happening next season? They've left it very open ended. There's so many possibilities. I think for a long time we've all been wondering what is Famous's demise going to be, like how is his story going to end, because we know eventually his story is going to come to an end. And I think we all agree it's either going to be death or jail. So I want to know, with the finale, what are y'all thoughts on Famous? Has anything changed? Did you initially go in thinking this and now you're having second thoughts? Like, what do y'all think in regards to just Famous character and the journey that he's on with this character? I'm gonna go flip flop. EJ, you can go first.
Yeah, I honestly think that Famous is just gonna get caught up in something that has nothing. Like I don't think Famous is made for the streets. I don't think he's gonna take that route. I would love to see this character. I would love to actually see something like really positive happen for the character. I think it would be nice to have like one good thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
I was a person that said that I thought that Kanan was going to take him out in this season. I'm glad to see that didn't happen, but I really feel like this character is going to get caught up in something else. I don't even think he gonna go down for this whole thing with the gun situation. I don't think that he's gonna go down for that.
Okay.
As long as they bring in a lawyer, as long as they stick to their guns with that, I think that he might be okay with that. But I think he's gonna get caught up in something else that's gonna get him into trouble, and it's not gonna be something that he does. I think it's gonna be something. It's just gonna be like a random thing. I don't know. It just feels like Famous don't have very good luck. If that makes sense.
I agree. Let me just throw this out there. For a while, even this season, I had a thought and a theory that Famous's demise was gonna have something to do with Kanan, and he would either go down trying to protect Kanan, or he's get caught in the crossfire, and something that's gonna garner sympathy from Kanan. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna stick to that still. I don't know how far they're gonna go in depth with this whole Freddie situation and what happened. I don't know, but I just want to throw that out there because that was on my mind. I don't know if anyone else has a similar thought as to mine, but let's keep going. Candy Love, you can go ahead with your thoughts on Famous.
Because we don't see a lot from him,
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's hard to say what I think his demise would be, or what I think, or if he's gonna anything that's going to happen to him. It's kind of hard to depict that because I haven't seen a lot of him and a lot of storyline from him.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the weapon part, I think he'll get out of it.
Okay.
Somehow, some way. Maybe if Rock finds a heart like she did with Lulu, maybe she'll find one with him this time around because she didn't last time, and maybe she'll throw him the alley oop to help him out.
Okay. Inga, your thoughts?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm up here on Southwest looking at airline flights.
Where you trying to go? Where
you trying to go to Chicago to be
I know that's right. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of people I need to be taking there. About Famous. You know something? I'm with EJ. I thought that he was gonna be taken out on this season. But just because the way Kanan just switched up on him, he was talking all nasty and so I just thought it was something was going to happen to him. But I'm glad, nothing happened to him. And then this situation that just happened with the cops and stuff, I think that he's going to get out of it. I don't think they're going to have enough information. And I don't even think they want him. They was trying to get him to give information about Howard.
Yeah.
They was trying to get him to talk about other stuff. I don't think they really even want him. They don't probably care about, because remember when the Captain Baptiste came in and said, "Look, we don't really care about." I mean, I don't think he said we don't really care, but they know that Freddie's background was, he was a bad guy, long the rap sheet, so they don't really care about him. That's just one less black man on the street. They don't care about Freddie, so they want information that would pin the Thomas family or Howard or anything like that. And he was smart. He held it down 10 toes to the ground. He was like, "Lawyer, I'm not talking." And he told his mother, "Look, I ain't do nothing." He said, "How can I confess to something I ain't do?" He kept a straight face through the whole thing. So I applaud Famous. Yeah, he's not as stupid as we thought he was.
That's what I was gonna say, Inga. Yeah. I think a lot of us YouTubers do owe him an apology, Brillo. I think I think Famous held it down a little better than what we thought he would, right? Like, okay.
Absolutely.
Think about season 1 Famous. He would have cracked under pressure. But
but EJ is also right too. He's not built for the streets.
Nope.
That's not his ministry. That's not what he's gonna do.
Nope.
And he didn't want to do it when Kanan was trying to shove it in his face. He didn't want nothing to do with it, know. So I hope that I hope that he gets out of this mess with the cops. He can go and do something with his music. But I'm worried about if that song come out, because the song got a lot of little different things in there.
Yes, ma'am.
So he might have to get another song. So we shall see. I'm glad that he's gonna be around though. I'm glad that he's not written out yet.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mooch.
I don't know. I just think that song is gonna be his demise.
Wow.
I feel like it's gonna be his demise either way. It could either Freddie's boys could come after him. It could be that way.
Okay.
For retaliation, because they hear that song.
Yeah.
The police could hear that song if it be on the radio, and then start really pressing them. So yeah, one or two ways.
I like that. That's a good point, Moochie. All right, y'all. So before we continue, let's all take a pause. Everybody, please like this video. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. And please hit that notification bell button. That way you will be notified whenever I drop new content. Okay, we're trying to grow this year, y'all. Growth, honey. Growth in 2024. And please also check out everyone's channel that's on the panel. These ladies are amazing and put out amazing content. So please check them out.
Monique, real quick, Young Trap, is it Trap 23? Famous still done for holding on to that gun with a damn body on. That is a fact. That's a fact. It's like we knew that when anytime the camera focuses on an object or something, we know that later on it's going to come back. And the camera focused on that gun, him taking the gun from Kanan's apartment. Then they showed him take the gun to his mother's and put it up in the closet. So we knew we was gonna see that gun again.
I don't even know what to say, man. That just
yeah, he should have gotten rid of that gun. After he did what he did, he should have gotten rid of the gun. I don't know why he held on.
I honestly thought he was going to use that on Ronnie. When Ronnie pushed him down, I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap. It's going to be on and popping."
Y'all wanted that.
I thought that too. No, we thought that too. We was thinking we was all thinking that too. That he might. I
wanted that so bad.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right, Ronnie, you got to go.
EJ, you right, EJ. I'm sorry. EJ wrote in the chat that it's like B Mickey. Yeah, holding on to the gun. Why are people holding on to the guns? After you use it, toss that gun.
Right. But I thought he had more to do with it, but I guess not.
Yeah. Now, ladies, let's move on to the saddest part of the episode, which I'm sure y'all can guess, pertains to our lovely Lulu. Lulu. Let me say this. I have to give the writers credit. I think when it comes to these type of shows, these drug related shows, gang related shows, all that type of street life stuff, they don't really tap into the dark side as far as the effects that it could have on your mental health. And I think they did a good job with Lulu's character. Now, don't get me wrong, I did not like seeing my man down and out. It was hard to watch. I really was longing for that season 1 Lulu, like a lot of us were. But when I sit back and think about it, I do feel like it's an important story to tell. When you consider the Thomas family and their upbringing and just the lifestyle and just all the things that they've done, that does start to weigh on you. It can. Maybe not for everybody, but it can. And I don't think we have given that enough credit or highlighted that. So I want to give the writers kudos for that. It was a very sad moment. Y'all, raise your hand if when you were watching it, did you think Lulu was going to go through with it? Or the ladies that are not on camera, just say yay or nay. When you were watching it, first reaction on the edge of your seat, did you think he was going to go through with it? Was it 50-50? Were you not sure? Let me start with Moochie.
Well, if y'all watch the TikTok that I put up with us reacting to it, you will see.
Yeah, y'all.
That was crazy. That was crazy. It's on my Instagram.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought he was, and I was screaming. I was actually screaming.
Yeah.
I really thought. I was like, no, I didn't want him to do it. And I'm glad that I feel like if that mirror wasn't there, like Candy said, then he would have went through with it. If the mirror wasn't there, she was right about that.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on his character? Where he's at right now? What do you see happening in season 4? Just overall thoughts and opinions on Lulu. Moochie.
Oh. I don't know, because we don't know if he's gonna be all right. Like, how long is he gonna have to stay there? Is it better that he stays away? You know what I mean? Now they might even pull him in on that little $10 burglary with the bottle. You understand? Just to press him.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
I should have been saying this on my channel.
Now, do we think it's possible that he will return and still work for Rock, but maybe no longer be the muscle? Maybe he no longer does the violent stuff. Is it possible that he just more so does the behind the scenes, brains of the operation, helps her logistically, strategically? Can we see that happening in the future with him? And that can be anybody answering that.
That would be weird.
You think it'd be weird?
Yeah, like what if he's just the numbers man and the business? I guess maybe the business part.
That's what I'm saying.
What would his storyline be? Like, what would he? Well,
he could still be significant and not have to pow somebody.
Yeah, but I guess that's like him running the record business. So I mean, the record label. So, I don't know. I don't know about that part.
Okay, Inga, what do you think?
Well, I was going to ask do y'all think that maybe it'd be a good idea for him to come, since he's an alcoholic, he shouldn't be probably working at that bar with Miss Shirley.
Mm.
So
Heck
when he does
no.
come out of rehab, he needs to find if he's not going to be getting back into the family business, then he needs to find a whole nother career, because I don't think working with Miss Shirley, he could go have a studio and be a music producer. That he can do, but
Yeah.
not working at that bar. That's too much temptation. And she keeps on bringing big bottles of liquor all around him, and she knows he's an alcoholic.
She's always pouring him a drink.
Yeah. And she came into the back room where he was working on the album. I mean, on a famous song, and she had a couple bottles of liquor in her hand. So
She did.
yeah, I don't think she's doing it on purpose. I
Right.
just think it's not like she's intentional doing it, because people, we tend to drink around people and not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she did it on purpose. But I'm just saying he can't be there with her
He
under the
can.
circumstances, So Reggie said he could clean the money. I don't think he wants nothing to do with the business, though. I don't think he wants to be bothered. So I don't know.
He gonna
Yeah.
have to do something, because he owe her for paying for that thing. He gonna have to do something.
I mean, I think at this point, Rock doesn't even care. She, at this point, sees the bigger picture and just wants her brother to be okay, which I'm so glad they were able to have that intimate moment as siblings. And really, like, that was such a beautiful scene for me, because at first she came in hot-headed and was like, yo, what am I paying you for? Like, this ain't gotta do with me. Talk to him. Like, she had her attitude. And again, we have to remember, not only is she in the drug business, but this is 1992 and ain't nobody talking about no mental health. So
no, yeah, she's a hardened person,
very hardened.
Yeah, like
very
a hard shell. So I said, when I was sitting here watching, I said her heart got a little tap on her heart. That's when you start to see her guard come down. It's like her feelings, like a little tap, tap, tap on her heart. And she started feeling something. And she probably don't even know what that is that she's feeling,
Right.
almost like the Grinch, how his heart all of a sudden started, and he started feeling, and then he didn't even know what it was. So I think that's what it was with her too. But I love seeing that scene when she kissed him and hugged, because you never saw her do that.
No.
I mean,
You
tears
didn't,
came down both their face, and she kissed him on his face, and she hugged him tight. And when that car pulled away, I thought, or her truck pulled away, I thought, I said, something's not gonna. I just felt something was wrong, like something that might be the last time we saw him. But I'm glad it's not. But he can still be significant in the family, in the story. But
I think he can
I
be.
think he could find something else here to maybe he can run some other kind of business or something.
Yeah.
Or if he is in the family business, he's doing something like inside, cleaning the money, doing something, not pow-powing nobody.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
You brought up a good point, Inga, as far as Rock's character being hardened. She is. And I think a lot of it there's multiple factors, but I definitely think their upbringing and their dysfunctional household has a lot to do with it. Of course, her being in the game has a lot to do with it. There's no room for feelings. So it's multiple factors. But I think we were happy to see.
And like you said, it was 1992.
Yeah.
People wasn't talking about mental health, and particularly no one in the Black community. We still working on that now.
Exactly.
In 2024. So definitely at that time, it was like mental health. What are you talking about?
Right.
What did she say to him, to the counselor? I don't have time for feeling. He too much in his feelings. And I know I'm paraphrasing some stuff she said, but but that's
she softened up once the therapist revealed that Lulu said that she's the most important person to him.
Not that mama, not that trifling Miss Joyce. It wasn't her with her burnt toast and burnt eggs. It wasn't that lady. Because she didn't bring anything to the really. And to be honest, somebody asked, and when we did the first reaction, I think somebody asked in the chat, will we see Miss Joyce again? I'm like, what we need to see that lady for?
For
And if
what?
we do see it, they need to confront her and maybe tell her reason why we all screwed up is because of
Because
you.
of
Maybe
you.
if they do see her, maybe they need to confront her. You
They
know?
should confront her and serve us some burnt toast and burnt eggs.
Yeah, make her eat them burnt eggs. I ain't never seen black. I seen burnt toast, but I ain't never seen black egg.
Black. No. But
Not seen eggs that's cooked too hard and cooked kind of, but not like black that.
that was damn charcoal.
It
Like
was charcoal. Yeah.
like lady.
What did you do? Put it under the broiler or something? I mean, you had to do something to make it that black like that.
Like
That
you
shit
used
look
to
like she put it on a grill.
Yeah, it must have been. And even the toast, if you burn your toast, I know if my toast, if it don't pop up, it will start to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she did, but I never seen nothing like that.
You
So
know what, Inga? That's right. Why the smoke detector ain't going? That joker should have been like a beep, 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 beep.
mm, yeah.
Let's see. So we're about to be done, ladies.
Mm.
I know it's getting late. Let me just get to the meat and potatoes. I was gonna bring up jukebox, but we honestly just covered that on Moochie's channel. I think we all kind of left it open-ended as far as next season goes. I'm 50-50 with it. 50% chance she can go into the army, 50% chance that she doesn't.
Like that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I personally don't have too many theories to say about it. If anybody wants to say something, please, you have the floor.
I'm sorry, Steve. Steve said I guess it's me. I gotta stop with the bad cooking shaming. You must be a bad cook, Steve.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, I'm not trying to shame nobody, but come on now. That was ridiculous.
I can't, Steve. If you can't cook, just say that, boo.
Exactly.
Nah, baby. Y'all know I
Mhm.
listen. Let me spray my own tea. Momo don't really like to cook. It's not that I can't cook. I just don't like to cook. So I cook the basics. Baked chicken, salmon, maybe some spaghetti. But if it ain't those basic little yin yang around the
You
house,
smart enough know when to take the toast out the toaster, and you smart enough to know how long to cook egg on the, if you scrambling
I
eggs
make
or
some bomb ass eggs, y'all.
Yeah, come on then. She must have put them them eggs on this thing and went to go watch her soap operas or something and left them eggs sitting up there because she just was black.
She went to go watch Days of Our Lives. Honey.
Exactly, yeah, because soap operas was big back in the day, so she was watching Young Nebraska's or General Hospital or something.
I used to watch them with my mom. That was a
Me
staple
too.
in the 90s.
I was raised on Young Nebraska's and General Hospital and all my children. Yeah.
Yes, those were classic.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's my thought. If anybody wants to say anything on jukebox, the floor is yours. If not,
Jukebox, I think it was 50-50. I agree because we just got to see.
Yeah.
She's confused. She don't even know what she want to do really right now.
yeah.
So, and I want to see where she gonna go. We knew the butter wasn't gonna go nowhere, but we kind of figured that out. Yeah, we kind of knew that
so
one.
Unfortunate. So, I think I said this with Moochie. So I guess we are to assume that I guess Pebbles told the execs what happened and they made the decision to no longer continue. Like, I just feel like she wasn't booked with anything or charged with anything. She was questioned. So why would y'all dismantle a group that y'all put all this time, energy, money, sweat, blood, tears? Why would y'all dismantle that off of questioning?
It's the time period that they're in. We're talking about the 90s and we're talking about Black women. A lot of people aren't going to take a chance on something where they feel like there's going to be any type of negative. So the FBI come in and you see that they're having a in-depth conversation with the manager, which means that they probably saying some BS. You know how they do.
Yeah.
And the first thing he says is about your family and their crime organization. If you say crime organization and family, those right there are red flags. I knew Butter was dead in the water right then because of the way that he didn't have to do that. That's the crazy part about it, is that if he had to just questioned her, like, we just need to talk to you. I
Yeah.
think that could have just been okay. It was what he said and how
Okay.
much he was talking to old girl.
That's true. Okay, EJ, good point. Good point. Cause I didn't even think about it like that. That's a very good point. Anybody else want to piggyback or share an opinion?
No,
Nope.
but I really want to know, like, where if she does go to the army, like, is there going to be a time jump where, are we going to see her going to basic training? Like, how would this work
Mm,
for her? Like, with her in the storyline, with her in next season, if she
yeah.
goes, what will we see? Will she not go until, at the end of season 4, middle of, like, how would that work for her? I don't see how
Yeah.
that would work with her still being in the storyline. I
Yeah.
know we're not going to follow her to Camp Lejeune. I mean,
Well,
I'm just saying.
you bring up a good point. And when I really think of the finale, if we're being honest, they actually left a lot open ended. Don't y'all
Mhm.
think?
Mhm.
There's a
Mhm.
lot of possibilities with all these characters, I think, which is good. It's not predictable right
Mhm.
now. Like right now, I feel like we're starting on a fair ground, and it's almost like, okay, what's gonna happen next? There's so many. It's very open ended, and the possibilities are endless, which I do like.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mo, on that because it feels like it's a new story starting over. It's what it
Yeah.
really feels like. You don't really know who the op is going to be because the
Yep.
op is gone. You have no
Mhm.
clue about what's about to happen. So it's almost like
Mhm.
a chance to develop this story. And to be fair, I don't really know where Jukebox fits in right now just because we got a whole storyline with Jukebox already and it's kind of played its way and sizzled out. So unless they do something to major with her, I don't it she could really go or stay, to be honest, and
Right.
and so
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Good
And then
point.
I thought the Pebbles lady, the manager, she was wrong for bringing the FBI. She could have told you, look, we're gonna talk, pull them, y'all pull to the side and talk. She did it right in front of the other girls, but
That was on purpose. That was FBI. That's how they work. That's how they operate. That was the whole
Mhm.
point, was humiliation.
Mhm. Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
R. Roby said, I tried to say this on another live, but it got ignored. Aisha will go solo. She looked mighty fine and grown up in those last scenes, almost glamorous. Interesting. I like her. I don't know if she'd go solo. I definitely see Crystal going solo. She already had aspirations really of being solo. But I'm glad you said that because now my wheels are turning. Ladies, do you think, and audience, do you think we're going to see Aisha again next season, or is she a one and done character?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
I think it's possible that we could see them again. I think it's also possible you still might see Jukebox uh uh perf- performing again, especially if they bring Lulu back into the music.
Okay.
So you remember they still got that storyline up in the air. So
Mhm.
they could
Mhm.
that could very well
Okay.
happen.
Anybody else?
I just think it'll only be if Juke decides to stay. I feel like there's no purpose, and that would take up way too much story time. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not something that I personally would be interested in seeing. I like Aisha. I think she was a great character for what the story needed, but I don't think that it progresses the story or starts this whole new story that we were just talking about. I think it just, like, I wouldn't want to see it. Now, if Juke stays, and she's a love interest, that's totally different than, whatever happens if we see her.
Okay. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get into the explosive ending of the finale. I'm not going to do all the details. I'm just going to go get right to it. We are at a warehouse, and we have Kanan, we have Ronnie, we have Howard, we have Raquel. Marvin was still outside, right? During this ordeal. He stayed outside in the car, right? Okay.
Yes.
So Kanan, this is where I have a little bit of confusion. The kidnapping in front of Jukebox, that was staged, or was Ronnie intentionally kidnapping Kanan, and then Kanan came up with the plan to be like, yo, like let's do this, let's get this money from my mom? Or was this whole thing a setup from the start, him getting kidnapped? Was that part of the plan? I'll start with Moochie.
It was staged. You couldn't tell what way he was like, I know it's Ronnie. I know it's Ronnie. He was yelling all of that.
Yeah.
And then he's telling her, I'm not like Rock. I'm not like her. I don't do stuff like that. But you did. You are like your mother.
That
part.
Damn. Okay. So it was staged. It was giving me Power season 5 with Tariq when he staged the kidnapping or whatever with the Italian.
I knew something wasn't right when he kept turning around. He was talking to Jukebox walking down the street, and he kept turning around and looking.
I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it again.
So that's the first time I didn't catch it because we watched it the first time and we was all like excited. When I sat there and watched it a couple of times over the weekend, I said, "Oh, okay, I see. I think this was staged. I really see it then." Yeah.
You didn't realize it once the exchange happened? Once he said it, and then you just go back.
No, I'm talking about initially when we were watching the Moochie.
Oh yeah,
I didn't. It just didn't dawn on. I really thought he was being grabbed by Ronnie. Not until that's before we got to the warehouse part. No, that he was just walking down the street talking to Juke, and he got grabbed up by them guys. I didn't think, that was a stage thing at the time.
Yeah, when you watch it the second time, that's
that time I watched the second. I think I watched it 3 times then. So I see it now.
See, I've only watched it one time because I watched it at midnight with y'all, and then the next day I went out of town. So
we watch it again because you might pick up a lot of little things.
Yeah. Usually I watch it twice, but this time I only watched it once. So thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, y'all. So let's get to it. The warehouse scene. This is where everything was just popping off, chitty chitty bang bang. Kanan had them fooled. He even had Ronnie fooled. He staged this whole kidnapping, which honestly is a brilliant idea. I mean, if he came up with it, I have to give him credit where it's due. And he had Rock fooled. I think Rock in that moment was like, damn, this boy is really far gone. Like, you gonna do this to your own mama? But it was all a scheme. And once Kanan saw an opportunity to take out Urkel, he took it. And we were all screaming. I jumped off the couch, y'all. I was hooping, hollering. And before I knew it, Rock took it up another notch. She didn't even hesitate.
Right.
As soon as he did that, and I think Patina Miller did a good job because her facial expression, she was surprised that Kanan took out Ronnie. He was fooled. But once that happened, 10 seconds later, she took out her pow pow and put it to Howard. And Howard,
no, that wasn't hers. That would have never mind. Let me be quiet.
Wait, what?
That's a good trivia question.
Okay. Yeah, truly.
That was the gun that Ronnie had.
Save it.
Yeah, I mean, her whole face dropped. Her face, because she was shocked. Yeah.
Shocked. And then she was like, I gotta bust a move. Chitty chitty bang bang. And without hesitation, she took out her baby father in front of her kid. And Kanan's face, again, shout out to the actor. I don't even know his name, but shout out to the actor that plays Kanan, because I felt like his facial expression was so telling. You can tell that he was really taken off guard. Like it just happened so fast. He was just like, what did you just do? Like it was a really good scene. It was high energy. Am I frozen? Okay. It was high energy. Like, let's just go around. Tell me your thoughts of the scene. Anything that comes to your mind. Let's start with EJ. What were your thoughts of that scene, that final scene? Oh no, not final, because someone else popped up in the final scene. But what did you think of that scene in the warehouse and all the chitty chitty bang bang that went down?
I thought it was a dope scene. I enjoyed the scene. Actually, I love the way they did that. And yeah, definitely Miss Miller never ceases to amaze me at this point. I think she's a brilliant actress.
Yeah.
But when I had already said that I thought that Kanan was going to be the one to take out Ronnie, so I was glad to see that happen. I thought that that was a good play. I thought it was good the way he did that. If he did think of it, yeah, that was definitely a brilliant idea. But I think that what we did see was we actually saw the two of them react the same exact way. Rock really thought that this was the end for her. She thought that this was over for her. She believed that Kanan was going to take her out. And the same look that she had on her face when she thought she was about to go was the same look that Kanan had when she actually took out Howard. Like they literally had the same reactions to the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I thought that that was a really interesting way that they did that. And I loved Howard's ending. I thought this was the most befitting ending for him, only because of what he says right at the end, because it was so true to Howard. He knew he was about to go in that moment. And what he says, like, look at this ish, or you see this ish. I can't remember his exact words, but the way he says it, I was like, that's Howard. And
Howard, that's their relationship.
Exactly.
Very good, EJ. I appreciate your talking points. Candy Love, if you can go next, honey. Your thoughts?
Yes. It was well played by Kanan. And like you just said, I think Rock surprised. Well, he surprised Rock. I know he surprised Rock because I don't think she didn't think her child was doing it because she thought her baby was taken. And for him to unalive Ronnie, which I didn't think he would do, I thought it was gonna be famous, but which was great that he did that because you tried to unalive my mother, so now I got to get you. And she took out Howard, the way that he looked at her, like, you just really took out my father? However y'all the New Yorkers say it, my father. Like he just looked at her like mom, like you just unalive my pops in front of me. It was just like he wanted to cry a little bit. It was just so emotional. Like emotion was high all over the place. And the last words he did say to him were like, "You see this shit?" Like, yeah, that was it was very good. They the cinematography, the way they had their cameras angled, everybody's faces, like it was perfect. You couldn't have done it any other way. That was perfect.
I agree. Miss Inga, you're next. You're on mute, baby.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with everybody, and you're right. I've said it all along. She had to take Howard out. It was no choice in the matter. I understand that's the father of Canaan and all of that, but she had to do it. She had to. It was and then as far as the Ronnie, I mean that's understandable. We was waiting for that to happen a long time ago. So, good riddance to him. Hey, I'm sorry about Howard. I did like Howard. I didn't dislike him, but it's just he he knew too much. He had to go. Because he would end up turning on them. If he stayed and they didn't take him out season 4, he would have been turning on them to try to save his job. So, he didn't have anything but that job. So that's all he had. I mean, he had no family or nothing going on.
A declarated officer.
Yeah, that's all he had.
He was gonna get arrested in 2 days.
This is an interesting comment.
He was.
Ballistics will show Ronnie and Howard were shot with different guns. Yeah, I don't know because that crime scene is going to be a little bit chaotic for the police to try to figure out. I think when they
Well,
come on
that
the
was
scene,
Ronnie's gun that she shot Howard with. She
okay,
picked up Ronnie's gun off the ground
okay,
and shot Howard.
okay.
So it'll look like that when they do the. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess she took the gun with her though, but I guess it'll.
No, she left it there.
They
She
left
left it
the. They
there.
left. Oh,
Okay.
She
Did she have
left it
gloves on?
there.
She had gloves on.
She had gloves on. Remember when they first walked in, they got frisked.
Mhm.
yeah,
So they couldn't
right.
walk in there with no weapon.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
That's
You're right.
right. That's right.
There's some
Yeah.
photos out there where she doesn't have gloves on. It might be a stock photo, but I think in the episode she did have gloves
She
on
did
though.
have gloves on. I think I remember that she
Hmm.
did. Yeah, Marvin was
Like
the
all
only
you
one that had a pistol on him. Marvin was the only one, and so he came in, and Marvin came in just in the nick of time. Marvin has been the MVP of the whole season,
He really
Yeah.
was.
and he came in at the
Yeah.
nick of time and took the them two bodyguards down. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all, we're about to be at the end. The final scene. This was a shocker for many. This became a very controversial topic this season. Fans were divided. Some people thought he was a goner. Some people still had hope. I will say this. At first, I thought he was a goner, but then my wheels started turning. And I remember this infamous TV rule, especially in the Power universe. And that is if you don't see the body, it doesn't mean they're
they're not gone. Yeah.
gone. So I did have that in the back of my head, but I I let it go. You know, I kind of accepted that he was gone. So I kind of stopped thinking about it. But yes, I was very excited in that final scene. I was jumping up and down and screaming. We don't have to go in too much depth because we did talk about this pretty heavily tonight on Moochie's channel, but just give me quick thoughts on the seemingly return of Unique. Is there a possibility that they just did this as like a shock factor for the season?
For the fans.
He's not returning next. Like, is it possible that he's not going to return season 4 and this was just a woohoo moment? You know, again, y'all don't have to stay long on this topic. Just give me a quick opinion. Let me go backwards. Moochie, you can go first.
I think he is coming back. I mean, I think he's back. I already predicted it. I had said it. I stood 10 toes on it.
Okay.
But it could, like I said, it could go in either way.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get a backstory. I don't want us to just be left in the dark with how he came back to be. I want to see everything.
Okay. That's fair. Inga?
Yes. I'm happy. We were ecstatic. We was screaming.
Yes.
Screaming our heads off. So yeah, I'm ecstatic that he's alive now. Now that we gotten over the excitement, we're happy he's alive and all that. Now we got to get to the meat and potatoes.
Yep.
What had happened? You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened. You got beat up, but then what'd you do? Crawl through the woods that somebody was walking their dog and found you and took you to the hospital? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got to get. It don't have to be long drawn out. Just give us a little bit at the beginning. Like when 50 Cent does the narration at the beginning, we need to immediately be going like a time. I mean, flashback. Yeah, sorry, to tell us what happened. So because we can't just, it can't just, be that they don't tell us now. Sometimes Power does this thing, but this Power is better than the other ones because of the fact that they do at least tell us and explain things a little better than they like the one with Tariq does.
Yeah,
they leave a lot of things open ended and don't go back and finish up storylines and stuff.
You got to make so many assumptions and things just conveniently happen and just
Yeah.
Oh God. EJ. Final thoughts on Mr. Unique.
I love Unique, so I'm glad that he's back from a fan standpoint. I think that, to be honest, I really think that Power just gave the fans what they wanted. Sometimes I feel like that's necessary. I am more concerned about how do we move forward with this character and what does he really do? He's already been the villain, he's already been the op, and he's
Yep.
already been the person that we love. So we've loved and hated him all at the same time. So now, where do we really go with that? So I'm interested in that. And that's what I think I love about Raising Canaan is that I feel like we are going to get a full story and a development of actually everything that happened. And there won't be any questions, that's going to be left unanswered.
Yeah.
So hopefully they stay true to that.
Yes, ma'am. Well said. Well said. Last but not least, Miss Candy Love.
Yes, ma'am.
Thoughts on Unique.
Unique. I'm just concerned about those people over there that want him to be Breeze.
Oh God.
Like I don't care about Breeze, but
Right.
the people saying, okay, now he's gonna be Breeze. Because of his face deformity, he's gonna be Breeze. He's not Unique anymore. Blah blah blah. I'm glad to have him back for the fans. I didn't bother. It didn't, long as Marvin didn't leave, that's all I was concerned about. But yeah, I mean, the fans got what they wanted, and I think 50 of them heard it. Joey heard it. They made the changes that need to be changed with his schedule. Blah blah blah. He's back.
All right.
As Unique or as Breeze, I don't know. We shall see.
Baby, we shall see. Last but not least, it's my turn. Y'all know I'm happy. I'm a huge fan of Unique. Actually a huge fan of Joey Badass in real life. But I really loved his character from day one. Actually, I was intrigued by him season 1. I'm happy he's back. But like we discussed earlier this evening, it's a little confusing. Like, where are we gonna go with him? EJ put it perfectly. Like, he's already fit all these boxes already from a character standpoint. It's like, what else is left to be done with him? So it should be interesting. I hope they get it right. But again, they left a lot of the stuff open-ended for season 4. So I like that. The possibilities are endless. And I love that for us. Okay. But yes, you guys, this is the end. Thank you all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Again, this was a last minute live impromptu, and I really appreciate the support. Special shout out to the panel, you ladies. I really appreciate y'all for hopping on with me. Y'all did not have to. Y'all don't owe me anything, but you did. And I'm very thankful for y'all and y'all support. I would love to do this more often as we start BMF coming soon. So, of course, we can talk offline. But yes, thank you guys for the love, support. If you are new to me, if you are new to my channel and you're liking the vibes, honey, you feeling your girl, please subscribe. Hit that like button, okay? Support. We're trying to grow this year, okay? Grow. Before we leave, anybody want to have anything coming up on their channel that they want the good people to know about? Let's plug each other, okay? Anybody, no particular order, whoever wants to go first, let the good people know what's happening. Anybody?
Okay.
Well, wherever my girls go, that's where I go. I jump in the car. I jump in the back seat of the car. I ride with them. Wherever they go, I'm going.
Yes,
All right. So tomorrow I'm doing Hightown. Please be sure to check your notifications because I've been hearing people haven't been seeing haven't been getting their notifications when I go live or when I upload a video. So make sure you check all notifications. So tomorrow is Hightown, and then Thursday we do the review for Hightown. I mean, Friday we'll do the review for Hightown. Monday coming, next Monday, we will be doing Kings from Queens, the Run DMC documentary. We're gonna be talking about that. So that'll be at 9 on next Monday. So if you haven't seen it, it's on Peacock. Please be sure to check that out. Okay. And it's a 3-part episode. We're gonna do it in 3 parts. We're doing part 1 next Monday.
Aren't you and Miss K also doing Breaking Bad?
On Tuesday, tomorrow.
Okay.
Turn up. I'm like, I just be remembering what I like.
You busy, girl.
I try.
Busy in these YouTube streets.
Thank you. Hey, Robbie.
Okay. EJ, what you got going on, girl?
Yeah, just we're gonna be doing Ruthless Roundtable on Wednesday. And then we're going to be doing All the Queen's Men on Sunday. And then the rest of the stuff is I'm going to be adding some more stuff to the channel, but just keep your notifications on because I don't really know what they are. I go back and forth all the time about what it's going to be. So I don't like to make it hard.
Right. Yeah, girl. No, listen, things happen. Okay. Candy Love, what you got going on?
Okay, so yesterday we did, thank you for saying this, EJ, All the Queen's Men. Yesterday, so EJ, Tika, Moochie, Tamika, Nita, all of us did that. So please go and check that out. Also, I did the live reaction to Usher at the Super Bowl. Please go check that out. And what else? What I have coming up? Oh, this weekend I will be with Miss Kira. Doing some chit-chatting, a Valentine's weekend chit-chat with Miss Kira Speaks. So just please keep your notification bells on and just see what I post and when I post. Thank you, Miss Monique.
Yes. As for me, obviously this video, if you could not tune in live, be a part of the replay crew. Okay. Still show us some love. Thursday, y'all know it's reality TV talk with me and Nita the Diva. So y'all check that out. And just turn on the notification bell button for me. I'm definitely going to be working on some things in the next couple weeks. So you guys will see my face more on my channel. I know I've been hopping from channel to channel, which honestly I enjoy. I enjoy the camaraderie that we all share, and I love giving my opinion, but I do need to focus more on growing my channel. And so that is my goal. So you guys will be seeing more of me. And then I just wanted to say, I just hit 800 subscribers last week.
I didn't celebrate good times. Come on, yay!
I didn't even realize it. Thank you, babe. I didn't even realize it. Shout out to Jamarcus Vaughn. He messaged me and said something, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't even realize it because I just kind of stopped checking the numbers. But I'm very thankful for the recent growth. Again, I wrote a post about this, and I shouted out pretty much everybody. Just thanking not only the audience, but the fellow YouTubers who I have met and bonded with over the last couple years. I could actually cry, but I feel like I met you guys at a really important time in my life because I was about to give up on YouTube. And even though I'm not where I want to be right now, I feel like meeting Lamont, meeting Moochie, meeting Nita, meeting Miss K, meeting all of y'all, really made this enjoyable. And I felt very alone when I first started doing YouTube, but when I met all of y'all, and if I forgot your name, it's not personally, it's a whole bunch of us. Y'all know I F's with all of y'all. But when I met y'all, that really, really helped me out. And y'all really make this thing fun and enjoyable. And I appreciate y'all. Anybody who's ever featured me on their channel, has ever given me a shout out, I appreciate you. Again, I'm trying to grow this year. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm gonna make that happen. So again, y'all, I appreciate getting to 800. No, it's not where I want to be, but I'm thankful for the growth, and I'm thankful for the audience, and I'm thankful for my fellow YouTubers, and I love all y'all, and I hope we all continue to grow together and collaborate and make some shit shake. Okay, so that's it. I love y'all. Catch y'all soon. We out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thank you again, ladies. And until next time.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Later.